Hey everyone, where's the math in this problem? 2 years ago, Bob was 9 times as old as Carol. He is now 7 times as old as he is. How many years from now will Bob be 5 times as old as Carol? You can pause the video and find where's the math in this problem. Now let's solve this problem together. Let's begin by defining the variables. We let B be Bob's age now and C be Carol's age now. Then 2 years ago, Bob was B minus 2 and Carol was C minus 2. The problem is asking how many years from now will Bob be 5 times as old as Carol. So we do not know that number of years from now. So we let T be the number of years from now when Bob will be 5 times as old as Carol. And from that, we can now form these equations. For the present age, Bob is 7 times as old as Carol. So B is equal to 7C is the equation. Let's call this as equation 1. 2 years ago, Bob was B minus 2 and Carol was C minus 2. And at that time, Bob was 9 times as old as Carol. Let's call this as our equation number 2. And finally, T years from now, Bob would be B plus T and Carol would be C plus T, and by that time, Bob is 5 times as old as Carol. This is our equation number 3. Let's work with the first 2 equations and let's solve that simultaneously. And we are going to reserve this third equation later on when we found the values for B and C. So here is a monomial factor and a binomial factor. We can simplify that by distributing 9 to C minus 2, and here is the result. Next, solving these 2 equations simultaneously, we substitute equation 1 into equation number 2. So whenever we see B, we are going to use 7C as its substituted value. And so here's the result. Instead of this B, we have 7C, and we copy all the rest. Then combining like terms, we are going to add 18 to both sides and subtract 7C from both sides of the equation. And simplifying, the left side becomes 16 and the right side is 2C. And dividing both sides by 2, the age of Carol is 8. This is the present age of Carol. And since Bob is 7 times as old as Carol, then Bob is 7 times 8 or 56 years old. But we would like to find how many years from now will Bob be 5 times as old as Carol. And so we are now going to use our equation number 3 here, substitute the value for B and C in equation number 3, and simplifying, we arrive at T equals 4. So this means that in 4 years from now, Carol would be 8 plus 4 or 12, and Bob will be 56 plus 4 or 60. And it's confirmed that 60 is 5 times 12. And so for our final answer, in 4 years, Bob will be 5 times as old as Carol. So, where is the math?